Hello everyone, my name is Havian, and today I'm going to be playing some more Sword Art Online Lost Song. This time I'm going to be talking to you about some of the things you can do after you completed the main storyline. So I'm going to be spoiling a few things for people. So if you haven't actually completed the game, then I suggest you wait until you finish the game before you watch this, or you can spoil the game for yourself. It's not really anything major, but I'm just giving you a heads up beforehand. So first things first, I'm going to assume you have completed the game after you've, when you're watching this video. And I thought I'd give you a little bit of direction on what you can actually do and things that you should keep an eye out for. Because there's still a little bit more you can do, or there's a bit more you can squeeze out of the game. So main storyline wise, once you're done with the storyline, I'm expecting, if you haven't been playing online, I'm guessing you're probably roughly around level 300 or so. This profile I was using on the stream, I completed the main storyline on the stream. And this is the profile that I just had. It's directly after I've completed the main storyline and I unlocked Sumeragi as well, so that's pretty much all I've got up to. But I'm going to tell you how you can do a few things and what you can actually do to get a bit more out of the game. So first things first, you're probably going to want to start leveling the rest of your characters. Because I mean, all of your characters are probably going to be really lower level, apart from Sumeragi. This guy is going to be overpowered compared to the rest of your party. If you haven't really been playing any online mode, he's going to probably be your strongest character. He starts off at level 600, so I would say he starts off at level 600 with all of his skills unlocked. So I would say make use of him. You've got yourself a character that can pretty much handle a lot of the bosses that you're going to run into from now on. So use him until your other characters are up to his level or up to his standard. Like, either just have him in the party or control him if you want to take on some of the harder bosses. But first things first, you're probably going to want to switch to Kirito if you haven't been using him for the main storyline. And you'll probably see quite a few quest markers around. These are going to be for some of the characters' personal stories. Also for some of the side stories. It'll probably be a good idea to get those out of the way. You can get rewards from a few of them. You can unlock costumes for these other characters through doing some of them. And some of the side stories are actually pretty good. I like Asuna's one. I would do the one that Straya has, because through completing her ones, you'll be on the path to unlocking Black Lotus. So you need to actually get her one out of the way. You'll challenge Black Lotus, you have to fight Black Lotus. Then I believe you may have to do her 10-star mission before you can unlock her. Don't quote me on that, because when I done it on the Japanese version, I already beat her, and I think she just unlocked to my profile when I turned the game on. So there's a chance that you may need to do a 10-star mission, but you actually have to go through Straya to do that first. And there's a good chance you'll probably lose the first time you fight her, but don't worry. If you do lose, then you can play against her in the 10-star mission. Rain, you may notice, she is probably going to be out of your party. She's here for me right now, but when you complete the game, she is not in your party. What I would recommend doing is make sure you've got no more cutscenes available, or make sure you've got no more quest markers available to you after you complete the main game. Because you will need to trigger a cutscene for her, and then she'll tell you to come into the meadow area to challenge her to a fight. So what you need to do is you need to be playing solo as Kirito. That's why I say be solo as Kirito for this bit. Because you need to finish up on all of the previous quests that you may have left behind. And you're going to have to unlock Rain again if you haven't already done that. And I'll show you exactly where you're able to find her. So she'll challenge you to a fight. She will be using her OSS skill against you. But once you've beaten her, you'll be able to get her back onto your team, and she will have the OSS skill to use. But the fight, depending on how difficult you're playing, can be challenging. On normal difficulty, it's not too bad. It's pretty easy. On hard, one hit of certain skills and you're pretty much dead. So it totally depends. So I'm going to fly ahead a little bit and I'll show you where Rain will actually be. When you're actually playing, there'll be a marker on the screen telling you where you'll need to go anyway. But I thought I'd just show you just in case. So you will find Rain standing over here. This is where Rain will be waiting for you. So just head over here, and then you'll actually be able to unlock Rain. You'll challenge her to fight and unlock her. But Sumeragi is going to be out here as well. You need to be playing solo as Kirito to find Sumeragi, or to unlock him. And you'll be able to find him over here. Another marker will appear on the screen telling you where you need to go to actually get to him. But I'll just fly over there now just to show you exactly where he is. Boss above me has noticed where I am. So I'm just going to keep flying. I'm just going to keep flying. Oh, he's found me. He's found me. Yep, he's coming after me. So I'm just going to keep flying. I'm just going to keep flying ahead. Show you where Sumeragi is. Then after that, I'll show you some of the other things that you can actually do. Or the other characters you actually have to unlock. Which is pretty much going to be Lux. Apart from the other ones I've told you about, this and 7 as well. Alright, so Sumeragi, he's gonna be standing here just chilling. All you need to do is speak to him, have a quick cutscene, and after you've had that cutscene, he joins your party. No fight involved. He just jumps in your party, so you don't need to really worry about anything with him. He's probably going to be the easiest character to unlock. You pretty much get him for just finishing the game. All the other characters, you're going to have to go through a bit of legwork to get to them, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm not going to unlock any of the extra characters right now, but I'll show you what you have to do to actually get them, or explain what you have to do to get them. Oh, this boss is still chasing me. Alright, so now that you've done these 2 steps, so now that you've unlocked Sumeragi and that you've unlocked Rain, or got Rain back into your party, you can do Rain's side story. So Rain's side story will lead on to completing her little chapter. She's got a post-game chapter, and you'll be able to do 7's story as well. She'll be inside of the tavern waiting for you. I don't know if that unlocks after you completed Rain's quest, or if it unlocks at the same time. I'll go over there and see. Or I'll go inside the tavern and take a look. But I believe it may unlock after you've already completed the game. Or completed Rain's story. But let me just take a look and see. Because after you completed both Rain's story and 7's story, you'll be able to challenge... Oh, there we go. There's 7. So you should be able to do 7's story as well. You can probably do them both at the same time. And I've got a few quests inside of here as well to do. Or a few side stories inside of here to do. But yeah, you can do the side story for 7 as well. Or a few of the side stories for 7. And then you'll eventually, at the end of that, you'll be able to unlock the last song boss. And you'll be able to unlock 7. So you can get all of those out of the way as well. Another thing that needs to be done. Man, there's a lot of stuff. Wait, first let me go over the Lux first. To unlock Lux, first you're going to have to go and grab Silica and get her into your party. So for the rest of the quest, the only ones where you need to be playing as Kirito solo are going to be the one for Sumeragi and Rain. But for Lux, you can be with anyone in your party. But make sure that Silica's there as well. So you can have Silica in your party. I can throw, just for a test, I'll play as Red Guy as a custom character, and let's throw Yuki in there. So it's really only Silica that you actually need in there. Just to trigger this NPC. So after you got Silica in your party, just run down here. You'll see in the distance there's an Undine with an exclamation point over her head. All of these quests I'm explaining to you, by the way, I've done the full videos in my playthroughs explaining how you can unlock each character individually. So if you want to see everything in full, you can go and watch it on there. But I'll just be breaking it down quickly for you. But here we go, here's the Undine. You speak to her. She'll tell you she'll probably pretty much give you a hint of where you can find Lux. And that will trigger the next part of the quest. And I'll show you where you need to go for that part of the quest. But if you want to actually see the whole thing step by step, I have made a video of how you unlock Lux. I have done a full video on that, but you need to go into the final area. This is pretty much just going to be a recap. Or just a quick way of you doing it. So I'll show you the steps you need to take and you can go and do it yourself. And then you need to head over here. After you've seen a little cutscene. All the way over here. Because they are pretty vague about where you need to go. But it is actually all the way down here. Remember the entrance of the cave being down here somewhere. Just make sure, just be prepared. Oh, treasure chest. Delicious. Just be prepared for a fight. Because you will need to fight a few other characters. Like NPC characters or play characters in there. So it's almost like one of those little mini PvP fights. So be prepared for a fight. Let's see, is it inside there? Yeah. So the quest will send you inside of here and then you can actually go and grab Lux. Actually, I don't think it's this quest where you need to fight NPCs. It may be another one that I'm thinking of. I'm probably jumping the gun there. But yeah, be prepared for a fight. I think there is a fight in there with a few mobs at the very least. But there is one fight I should say prepare for that has a red guy in there and a few other NPCs. And that may be one of the quests you have to do for 7, but I think they force you into that one solo. And you have to take on all of those opponents on your own. And they can hurt you. They can hurt you a lot. So I think that one is part of 7's quest. It may not be Lux's one, but it's part of 7's one to unlock her. And yeah, I think you're gonna have to be playing solo as that one, as Kirito. And I think it's like 4 NPCs you have to fight at once. Yeah, just watch your back. Alright, so yeah, that's where you'll need to go to do Lux's quest. And then you're probably gonna want to start leveling up your other characters. And to do that, you're going to be doing extra quests. That's pretty much the... Ooh. There's one more place I should show you. One more spot I should show you. I'm not gonna fly all the way down there, but I'll show you on the map. This is what you'll need to do. Alright, so on the map, right at the top of the map, there is a dungeon. That dungeon is usually locked throughout the rest of the game, but after you've completed the game, you will be able to enter that dungeon. So right at the very north point of the map, there is a door. Just fly towards that door, and that will unlock one of the extra dungeons, or the only extra dungeon in the game for you. Inside of there, it's pretty much a boss rush. You'll need to fight one boss in one area, then you'll unlock a door to go to another place. Then you need to fight another boss in that area, then you'll unlock, and then you keep moving through, and then eventually you'll have to fight like 3 bosses in a row. And then after that, you'll need to fight a... Alright, I'm warning you, if you haven't already played the game, I'm gonna spoil the last boss for you. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Alright, so I'm guessing they're gone. Alright, so you have to fight at level 1007 at the end of that dungeon. And at the end of that dungeon, after you complete that level 1007, you will unlock the quest that will give you Excalibur. So that will unlock the 10-star mission that allows you to fight 7 whenever you want, over and over again. Okay, so let me, I don't really need to pick anyone. I already picked Kirito. Okay, they forced it on me. They forced him on me. I like his God Eater outfit though. Closest to God Eater we're gonna get over here. Alright, so this is what you're gonna need to do to level up your other characters. I will be doing a guide on how to actually level them up fast, but for the most part, this is where you're gonna need to go to actually start leveling them up. What you'll need to do is, or this is what you're gonna need to do for the post-game content. You will have, I've only done one, you will have quite a few missions you'll need to do, or side quests you'll need to do. At first, you're only gonna have 2 different 10-star missions, but as you progress through the missions and as you complete the extra quests and the side quests, make sure you get the side quests out of the way as well. As you complete both of these, you will start unlocking more and more extra quests. And eventually you'll end up with roughly around 50 plus extra missions. Right now I've only got like, I'm guessing there's probably like 20 there or so. Something like that. But you'll unlock another 30 or so missions as you progress through them. So I'd recommend just clearing them all out one by one until you reach the 10-star missions. That's where you're gonna want to focus more of your attention on. You want to stay in the rank 10 ones or the 10-star missions. All of the ones before that, not really too important. You just want to complete them once to get the reward and just get them out of the way. 10 stars is where you're gonna want to spend most of your time. And you're gonna want to unlock all of them. From the looks of it, all of the DLC missions are just unlocked right off the bat. So it doesn't look like you need to unlock the DLC missions, they're just there. All the missions that were DLC in the Asian versions, they're just there from the get-go. And it's a bit stupid. It's a bit weird that they've actually done that, because these missions generally gave better rewards than the normal missions, the normal extra missions. So you're going to be getting a lot of good stuff. Stuff that's better than the missions you're going to be unlocking from these missions here. Bit of a weird choice. They probably didn't balance it for the Western release. They just thought, you know what, let's just chuck these missions in and not pay attention to what we're actually doing to the balance. But hey, they're in there. You can unlock the rest of the missions. And you'll unlock up to 3 search missions as well. There's only 1 unlocked from the beginning, but as you do them, you'll unlock the other ones as well for the other dungeons. But that's what you're gonna need to do. You wanna get all of them out of the way. Then, if you wanna start leveling up your characters or wanna start doing the missions slightly easier, control Sumeragi or just have Sumeragi in your party. He'll be able to carry your party members through to the 10-star missions. Then from 10-star missions onwards, that's probably when you're gonna need to start focusing on what you're doing. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else that I'll need to cover. For the most part, those are just like a few of the basic things. Anything else I've missed out are stuff that you'll probably discover on your own. But for the most part, the post-game content's going to be the 10-star missions or the extra missions, and probably messing around inside the arena, because you can get some rank 10 weapons for winning fights in the arena as well. So you can get things like Excaliburs in there, and you can get a few of the other rank 10 weapons in there as well. What you need to do is just keep fighting their NPCs in there, or fighting the other characters in there, and just winning fights, and you unlock them. But yeah, that has been what you can do after you finish the main game, or what you should look towards doing after you finish the main game. I will be going into more depth about leveling the characters, but there are a few ways you can actually do that a bit faster. I'll get into that real soon. But until my next video, I'll see you all later. Red guy, stop running around.